Was former New York Congresswoman, now a member of the board of directors for the Independent Women's Forum, Nan Hayworth. Congressman, good to see you. How does it help, though, with Senator Lindsey Graham using language like going down in terms of the presidency? None of these Republicans are helping, and I point back to just that panel last week that interrogated James Comey. Right. They gave him a pass, quite frankly.
Well, and I think the watchword really is discipline on all sides. If we really want to get, and there is a great agenda that the president was elected legitimately to pursue, including job creation, as you were just mentioning, then he needs to, I think, apply discipline to his social media habits. He's capable of doing it. He's a very smart man who knows how to reach out to the public. And on the Republican side, we have to hang together. So we're going to have to, all of us, learn how to accept the signals among ourselves and not use language that's vulnerable to use by those on the left who want to bring the agenda down.
He's clearly appealing to the base with the tweets, but can that be broader? I mean, it looks like even the base gets fragmented at times with some of the messages that are coming out of the tweets. Well,
yes, because they tend to be, unfortunately, a bit intemperate, maybe impulsive. The president is no question blunt, and in some ways that's to be preferred over certain other forms of communication. But yeah, the president, look, he's great at reaching out. Look at the groups he campaigned among when he was running for president, right? He went to urban communities. He went to, obviously, the blue wall, the blue states. He appealed to labor. These are folks he can continue to bring in a very important way, because he's really got an incredible mission that he's pursuing. This jobs initiative is going to be very powerful.
And let's talk about that, Mike, because yesterday President Trump, he had one Comey tweet, I think, all day long, but he was tweeting about the economy, the performance of the stock market, the number of jobs created, particularly with this apprenticeship program. You have a record number of job openings in this country. There's 6 million positions waiting to be filled. And according to stats from the Labor Department, 9 out of 10 Americans who complete apprentice training land a job. Their average starting salary is $60,000 a year. It's an underused way to get people back into the workforce.
It's exciting to hear about this, and I think we all want to hear more about this. The thing with this is, you have this apprenticeship program. You're helping to increase American workers' productivity. This is what's going to drive growth. This is what will drive wages. This is what will drive quality of life. We want to keep hearing about this. My question for you is, who within Trump's circle can get him refocused on what's going on here? I want to hear more about this. Enough with the emails, because we keep going back to that. Enough with Comey. Enough with this. Let's focus on growth. Let's focus on making America great again. Who can help him do that?
I agree. Well, look, the president has really a group of gifted people around him. I mean, he's chosen some very smart people, not all of whom have fallen into line with everything that he said, and we know that as well. So I think, we all look to Ivanka. We look to, Mrs. Trump is going to be taking up residence in the White House, and I think she's also quite savvy.
She tweeted a photo from being in the White House.
Exactly. So I think having Melania there may also be a moderating influence.
She can take his phone from him?
Well, that's a good luck. She probably has more access than anyone else.
And don't you believe that the media, in part, it may be their fault in focusing the message on the tweets and on the emails and not on jobs or these growth initiatives like health care and tax reform?
Heather, there's no question about it. And, the president creates the bait and takes the bait, and he really has so much to offer and such an important agenda. He has to be aware that the media are not going to be with him. Don't give them ammunition.
Well, but to that point, in the press conference on Friday, he said 100% I'll sit down with, I'll talk to Robert Mueller if you ask me, and talk under oath. And then he also raised the issue of the potential existence of tapes, question mark.
Right.
And so now, what's everybody going to be talking about this? Jeff Sessions testifying tomorrow. We don't know if it's going to be in public or not. But again, that's why you have to avoid talking about all of this. And I mean, and I fault a lot of the Republicans because there's division in the agenda.
Yes.
There's division in the Republican Party about how to raise revenue in any kind of tax reform. There's a lot of division about health care because these non-conservative Republicans don't want to give up the Medicaid funding that they got under Obamacare. They're finding every reason to oppose the bill in the Senate that came out of the House on Obamacare repeal.
I lived it in the House of Representatives when I was there. We had the Great Wave in 2010, and we thought, boy, you know, we're going to be able to move forward swiftly. And it was very, very difficult. And a lot of it is that there are, in every congressional district and in every state, there are certain key concerns among constituencies that the electeds, no matter their party, have to try to honor. I do think one thing that the president's been calling for that I think is a very smart thing for him to pursue, and I would pursue it behind the scenes with Mitch McConnell, is to work hard on the filibuster on cloture on legislation, because really, truly, Chuck Schumer is
he's coming after the administration, not just President Trump.
Exactly. It doesn't matter how brilliant the plan the Republicans come up with and how unified they may be and how ecumenical they'll be about those concerns. Chuck Schumer's going to block it.
They're getting awfully cute, too, with Chuck Schumer inviting the president to testify in front of Congress. Come on, man.
Please.
Yeah, think about your constituents.